welcome to this daily hypnosis session to cultivate self-reliance. Before we dive into today's session, it's important to note that hypnosis is a tool for change, which should not replace professional medical or psychological treatment. Please ensure you're in a safe and comfortable space where you won't be disturbed. If you have concerns about mental health issues, please consult a qualified healthcare provider. Please do not listen to this session while driving or operating heavy machinery. And now, on to the hypnosis. Now, let's talk about journeys. You see, every single one of us is on a journey, not just from place to place, but from who we are to who we could become. And sometimes, the most captivating journeys are the ones where we discover untapped resources within ourselves, almost like an inner treasure chest. Have you ever walked through a forest and noticed how each tree stands tall, deeply rooted, independent, yet part of a broader ecosystem? You imagine now that you're walking through such a forest. With each step, you may feel the ground affirming your presence, supporting your weight as though saying, "You belong here. You are supported." And as you breathe in the fresh, invigorating air, you might find yourself drawn inward to that core part of you that is resourceful and resilient. Just let each exhale carry away any doubt or dependency you've been holding on to. You could almost visualize them as leaves drifting away on a gentle stream, flowing out of your forest, leaving you lighter, clearer, more grounded. This is a place where you can get in touch with your inner strength, your inner wisdom, and it's a good feeling, isn't it? And have you ever noticed how some trees grow tall and magnificent, spreading their branches wide as if embracing the sky? They stand resolute through storms and seasons, drawing strength from their roots, which are intertwined deep within the earth. And isn't it remarkable how the deeper their roots go, the higher they reach? Just like those trees, you too have roots, anchors within your subconscious mind that hold treasures of self-reliance and personal strength. You might find yourself taking an imaginary elevator, descending deeper and deeper into your inner forest. And as you do, you may notice the landscape becoming richer, the colors more vibrant, and the atmosphere imbued with a tranquil, empowering energy. You're going deeper, not just into the forest, but into your very being, your roots, your core. Isn't it fascinating how the deeper you go, the more self-reliant you become? Picture these roots extending into all the important areas of your life, your work, your relationships, your aspirations. Feel a sense of independence, autonomy and resourcefulness emanating from these roots, nourishing you, empowering you, reminding you that you are and always have been whole. It's here in this deepened state that you can plant the seeds of self-reliance, knowing they will be nurtured by your innate resourcefulness and resilience. How gratifying it is to know that these seeds will flourish into strong, independent trees, forming a forest of self-reliance within you. You know, it's funny how some people think of self-reliance as going it alone, like being a lone wolf. But in your deepened state, you might begin to perceive it differently, as a dynamic interplay between your unique abilities and the world around you. Could it be that true self-reliance comes from mastering that relationship? Imagine a skilled sailor masterfully navigating the waves. He doesn't control the ocean, but he knows how to utilize its currents to his advantage. How marvelous it is to be like that sailor, attuned to your own inner currents. Speaking of currents, have you ever thought about rivers? They flow naturally, don't they? From higher elevations to lower ones, carving out landscapes as they go. Likewise, your innate capabilities have a natural tendency to flow outward, to be expressed and shared. Have you ever considered that any dam of doubt or dependency you've built only restricts that natural flow? Think about that as you imagine those dams dissolving, allowing your abilities to flow freely. It's truly liberating, isn't it? Now what if you could meet your future self, someone who's walked the path you're embarking upon and has become the epitome of self-reliance? Can you see yourself approaching a space? Maybe it's a room or a clearing in a forest where your future self resides. As you step into this space, take a moment to observe this version of you. Notice their confidence, the quiet assurance that radiates from them. Feel free to ask them any questions, or perhaps just stand in their presence, absorbing that potent energy of self-reliance. Your future self might even offer you a gift, a symbol of self-reliance. It could be a key, a book, a compass, something that resonates with you. As you accept this gift, realize that you're also accepting the responsibility and the freedom that comes with self-reliance. Hold on to this gift, maybe even find a special place for it in your inner sanctuary as a constant reminder and anchor of your newfound commitment to self-reliance. And when you're ready, you can thank your future self and step back into your present journey, knowing that a part of you now resides in that future, calling you forward. And isn't it amazing how taking a few moments to pause and reflect can result in such life-altering insights? And it's intriguing to think about how this session isn't just an isolated event, but more of a ripple in the pond at your distance. You could imagine that each action you take towards self-reliance sends out ripples, touching every aspect of your life, creating waves of change that are both subtle and profound. And so as you continue on this path, you might find that you're better equipped to make decisions that align with your true self, free from undue influence or dependency. And that means trusting your intuition, doesn't it? That inner compass would always point you in the right direction. Your compass may remind you that you're not alone on this journey. You have a well of inner resources to draw upon. You can feel the deep satisfaction that comes from tapping into this reservoir whenever you choose. And isn't it empowering to know that every challenge you face is an opportunity to exercise your self-reliance, whether it's a minor obstacle or a major life decision? You now have the tools and the mindset to navigate through. Is life having a Swiss Army knife of the mind, versatile and ever ready? But of course you also recognize the value of interdependence, the ability to give and receive help when appropriate. After all, even the mightiest tree in your inner forest benefits from the nutrients in the soil and the rain from the clouds. Being self-reliant doesn't mean isolating yourself. It means having a balanced relationship with the world, like a beautiful dance where sometimes you lead and sometimes you follow. And that dance becomes a joyous celebration of your autonomy and connectedness. And now, as we prepare to transition from this deep state, when the love of the seed you've planted today will continue to grow, nurtured by your ongoing commitment, your inner forest of self-reliance will thrive, offering you shelter, wisdom, and a sense of fulfillment that you carry with you in all seasons of your life. And isn't it interesting how time bends and stretches when we're engaged in meaningful exploration? And as you prepare to return to the waking world, consider taking a deep, nourishing breath, as if you're drawing up a nutrients from your own roots of self-reliance. You might find that with this breath your awareness begins to expand outwards, embracing not just your immediate surroundings, but also the greater sense of empowerment you've uncovered today. Feel the energies of this transformative space begin to stir you, like the first rays of dawn awakening the world. You can let your eyes open whenever you're ready, maybe even stretching a bit to welcome back the sensory world. And as you do, realize that the essence of what you've experienced today, the seeds of self-reliance you've planted, these are all carried forth into your waking life, forever a part of you. And as you go about your days, weeks, even years, you might notice that the essence of today's journey is never really far away. It's as if your inner forest of self-reliance is always within reach, offering you guidance, support, and the wisdom to choose your own path. And you might just find that your strides become more assured, your decisions clearer, effortlessly manifesting the self-reliance is now deeply ingrained within you. What a remarkable journey we've embarked upon today. You've done something truly empowering by investing in your growth and cultivating your inner landscape of self-reliance. Until next time, goodbye and good mental health.